Reverend Ken Gordon, spiritual leader for Centers for Spiritual Living, coming to you with your third week in November on our Sunday themes. And this week is presented by Reverend Sandy Smith from the Tri-Cities Center for Spiritual Living in the Tri-Cities, Kennewick, Washington. And her topic is If the Blind Lead the Blind. I hate to say it, but that mostly is what we're seeing in the world right now, is the blind leading the blind. What we're seeing is people who are attempting to create something new using the same old consciousness and the same old way of being. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Our problem is that we must make sure that we are conscious enough that what we don't do is we don't apply our consciousness to that situation or that circumstance. That we actually question everything and open ourselves to something new and a new way to being and a new way to living. It's possible in everything we have. If we look around at the world around us, a lot of our issues that we have, a lot of the things that we look at as being negatives or not enough, come from a lack consciousness based on the old way and the traditional way we used to do things. It is possible for us to feed everybody. It is possible for us to live in peace. It is possible for the resources of our world to be shared effectively. And that's not democracy, it's not capitalism, it's not Marxism. What it actually is a new way of being and a new way of thinking to be able to create a new experience for each and every one of us. Dr. Holmes said that people are prone to say that they alone are right, or their system of thought alone is right. They've not yet gotten a clearance back to the fundamental proposition that God is one and that every human is an incarnation of that same God. Therefore, intolerance and harshness, unkindness and criticism, coldness and indifference are projected. This is one of the tricks that the mind plays on us. When we understand these things, we shall become more tolerant, more kind, more compassionate, because we will realize that we are all on the pathway of evolution, not of spirit, which is already perfect, but of the mind, which is so often is blindly groping in the dark. Also, Dr. Holmes said that the student should take the time every day to see his or her life as he or she wishes it to be, to make a mental picture of his or her ideal so that they should pass this picture over to the law and go about their business. They go about their business with a calm assurance that on the inner side of life something is taking place. There should not be any sense of hurry or worry about this, just a calm, peaceful sense of reality. Let the law work through and express itself in the experience. There doesn't need to be any idea of compulsion. We don't have to make the law work. It's its nature to work. In gladness, then, we should make known our desires, and in confidence, we should wait upon the perfect law to manifest through us. This is really the basis, the foundation of what we teach. It is our ability to be able to surrender up to something greater and actually have a stronger belief in what we believe to be true, a stronger belief in God than we have a belief in the outer circumstances of what's going on. When we do that, when we commit ourselves to our own ideals, our own ideas, to the rightness of what we're doing and how we're doing it, and I don't mean righteousness in the sense that's judgmental, but I mean righteousness in the sense that if it does not harm any other human being, then it's good for all. When we do that, what occurs in our life is Spirit will create the pathway, it will create the roadway necessary for us to accomplish and bring it into being. But if we continue to follow the blind who believe it has to be a set way or a certain way in order to make it work the way Grandpa used to do it, then we're going to run into problems, we're going to run into congestion, and we're going to run into lack, so it's not possible. That's not who we are. We are people who believe in the probability, the potentiality, and the actual factual manifestation of the experience and expression of Spirit in our life. As we evolve into it, it evolves for us. God bless you. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Know you're loved and honored. Thanks. Bye.